Hey everybody, my name is Tyler Lay. In this video, we're going to talk about effective communication, and it's going to have three parts. At first, we're going to talk about why is effective communication important. Then, we're going to talk about this super cool framework to help you understand communication. And finally, we're going to give you some great tools and some great exercises on how you can improve as a communicator. Why is effective communication important? If you can learn to communicate, you will be happier, you'll have less arguments, you'll earn more money, and you'll be able to achieve more. Communication, great communication, when combined with other skills, is a game changer. Why are we talking about this? Well, some people are just not good communicators. You may know them. I mean, people in general, we're good at facts, we're good at rules, we're great at watching Netflix, but we're not always great at dealing with other people. If you can figure out how to do this, you are going to be crazy valuable. A lot of these topics that I'm going to talk about are covered in this book called Radical Candor by Kim Scott. It is pretty awesome, and it's being used widely in Silicon Valley to help people become better communicators. The first quadrant we're going to talk about is called Radical Candor. This is where I have plenty of courage, but I'm also caring. I'm going to tell people what they need to hear, but I'm going to do it in the right way. I'm going to tell them where they get it, where they understand it, where they understand where I'm coming from. And then there's obnoxious aggression. I'm going to have plenty of courage. I'm going to tell them the truth, but I'm not going to do it in a caring way. I'm not going to do it in a way that they can grow from it. I'm going to do it in kind of a mean-spirited way. Then there's ruinous empathy. It has very low courage, but it has lots of caring. I think you probably know people like that. They don't really tell you the truth. They don't really tell you what you really, really need to hear, but they do care about you. And then there's manipulative insincerity. This has low amounts of courage and low amounts of caring. They're not really telling you the truth, and they don't really care about you all that much. They're just trying to get by. The caring axis, that comes from the delivery, the words you use, and the understanding of what the other person needs. The courage axis is giving direct advice that applies to the situation. It is doing what needs to be done, even if it's truly hard. So let's give you some details. Radical candor, that's this upper right quadrant. High amounts of caring, high amounts of courage. It's telling someone the truth in an extremely sincere way. This helps them. This helps improve them. It's also, if you see someone being wronged, you stand up for them. Even in a challenging situation, you have plenty of empathy, you have plenty of courage. I'm going to help them, and I'm going to do it in a way that's not going to wreck everything. It's going to set things right. It's doing the right thing in the right way. Then there's obnoxious aggression. That's the lower right quadrant. Doesn't have as much caring, but it's got plenty of courage. It's telling someone the truth, maybe in a hurtful way. It's standing up for somebody, but degrading them at the same time. And it's communicating the truth. I think there's better ways to do it. Ruinous empathy, upper left quadrant. Plenty of caring, not as much courage. It's not telling the truth because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. Is that helping them? Is that helping them grow? Is that helping them become better? It's feeling bad how a person's treated, but you're not standing up for them. It's caring about the situation, but not communicating the truth. Then finally, the manipulative insincerity. Low caring, low courage. There's little care for the truth or the feelings of others. There's no concern if others are treated fairly or for their feelings. It's not interested in the person or the situation. And I bet you know people that act like that. So if I had to rank these, I would rank them as radical candor being the best, obnoxious aggression being second, ruinous empathy being third, and manipulative insincerity being fourth. In my opinion, I think you should be in number 1 or number 2. I know sometimes you'll find yourself in 3, and you should stay away from 4 like the plague. Okay, we can do better than 4. Everyone can do better than 4. So what's the key? Well, you got to do what's right. And you have to deeply, deeply think about others. Show empathy for them. And you got to do your best. Don't beat yourself up if you get in the wrong quadrant. Just think about it. So how do you do this? Think about where you currently are in the majority of your communications. And then think about where you want to be. Think about some past situations and what quadrant you were in specifically and how you could have done better. What could I have done to care more? What could I have done to show more courage? These are the type of questions you have to ask yourself to try to improve. So how do you care about curing? Let's say that's your weakness. Let's say that's something you need to get better at. Well, you need to be curious about others. You need to try to learn from them. Really pay attention to them. You need to look at things from their perspective. How did they see the situation? Think about what they want and ask them for their opinion. How do you improve your courage? I like to make a list of courageous people that I admire and then write down why I admire each one of them and then try to bring some of those qualities to myself. You need to do things that scare you. You know, the things that like make your hair stand up on your neck? You'll automatically become more courageous. And if you don't have courage, then just act like you have courage. Just fake it till you make it. Just feel like you've got courage and it'll come to you. So what does this mean? If you can learn to effectively communicate, then it will be easier to get other people on your team. And this can make your life more fulfilling, easier, and better overall. And this skill is an amazing multiplier. If you have great technical skills and then you can learn to have great communication skills, oh baby, you can take over the world. If that's what you want to do, please like my videos, subscribe to them, and leave me a comment. Thanks so much. Take care, everybody. Bye.